Hey book baddies, I hope you're having a great day, week, weekend, whenever you're getting around to watching this. If you have seen one of my videos in the past, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. My name is Hides or Heidi, and this is my channel all around book related content. And today we are going to be doing the beginning of the year book tag. And I'm really excited about this. I think I've done 2 of the book tags so far on this channel. And I really just like these because, one, I feel like it helps me kind of reevaluate where the channel's at, where I want to go with it. It helps, I think, viewers actually, get to know a little bit more about me, kind of what I'm about. So I've really enjoyed the book tag so far. And so this book tag has 18 questions, and I'm really excited to go through these with you. So as always, get yourself your drink of choice. I have a tea today. If you prefer tea, coffee, hot cocoa, whatever your beverage of choice is. My tea is very, very hot, so I'm just gonna set her to the side real quick because she's still too hot to drink. So we'll go ahead and just dive right into this and just go question by question. As usual, I have my notes because ADHD does not allow for organization and keeping on track without some notes, right? Right. Okay, so the first question is, how many books are you planning on reading in 2025? And I know that I went over a couple of these things in my goals video a couple of videos ago, but I am planning on hopefully reading 100 books, which I know last year I read 161 books. And so you're like, Heidi, you can read a lot more than that, but I'm trying to read a few larger books. I'm going to be hopefully diving into some more fantasy that are a lot thicker. So it's a little bit more of a time commitment to actually read through some of those. So I'm trying to be realistic. And then also I don't want to stress myself out over a goal. Like, I want to have a goal, but I also want to make it to where I feel like it's not stressful and still somewhat attainable. So that's why I went ahead and started this year with 100 books. We'll see how this year goes. Life be happening from time to time. It be happening from time to time. So moving on to question 2. What books you're likely to reread this year? And I actually have 2 series that I'm hoping to reread this year. And one of those is the Mistborn series, which I read a long time ago and just don't remember a lot of it. So I'm trying to reread that. I've already finished book 1. And then I also want to try to complete a ACOTAR reread. And I want to do the graphic audiobooks. I bought all of those when they were on sale last year at one point. And so I want to do the graphic audiobooks hopefully at some point this year. We'll see if that happens. We'll see if it happens. So, question number 3 is a priority read for your 2025 TBR. And because I can't make decisions to save my life, I didn't just pick one. So I have 3 on this list. The first one is The Wren and the Holly Library. So this is actually a buddy read that I'm going to be doing this month. So I should finish it in theory. This is a priority read for me because I have book 2 pre-ordered and I want to obviously get through this before book 2 comes in, because what if I don't like this and I don't want to continue the series? So that's one of them. Another one that I'm trying to prioritize is A Study in Drowning. So the reason I want to prioritize this is I want to find out if I really like Ava Reed's writing style. I've only read one of her other books. What was it? Juniper and Thorn. And I liked that well enough. But I have 2 books of hers that are on pre-order. And I really just want to read one more of her books to see if I really feel like her writing style is something that I enjoy, because I don't want to order more books by her if she's not an author for me. So that's why I want to get to this one, just so I'm not getting more of her work and she's just not an author for me. So I'm hoping to get to this one before I get, before those 2 pre-orders come in. So that's, oh, excuse me, my goodness, a steady and drowning. Hot mess over here. Let's try this very hot tea. Delicious. And then the last book that I'm trying to prioritize is technically a fan fiction, and that is Manacled. And that is by Sin Lin Yu, I believe is how you pronounce the author's name. And I'm trying to prioritize that because that book was actually picked up by a publisher, and the author basically has to go through and rewrite it to take out all of like the Harry Potter references that are in the book. And that is going to be renamed Alchemized. I think that's how we're pronouncing that. I have that on pre-order as well, but I want to read Manacled first, and then I want to read it again after it's been rewritten to see I just want to do like basically compare and contrast. Why? I don't know. I just think it could be just fun to do like a compare and contrast of like what it originally was, and then like after it's been like edited without all of like the Harry Potter references, to see if it's something that I will still enjoy without like the Harry Potter element in it. So those are the priority reads that I have for 2025 as of right now. So the next question is, an author you won't be reading more books from in this year. So the author I went with for this is Carissa Broadbent. So I wound up reading A Serpent in the Wings of Night, and I went over this in, I think, a video or 2 before this, and this actually hit one of my least favorite reads of 2024. That book just didn't work for me. I also tried to read another one of her books. It's the one with like the chick with the blonde hair or the white hair. I don't know. I don't remember what it is off the top of my head. But I just could not get into that story at all. So I feel like Carissa Broadbent is just not an author for me, which is fine. Perfectly okay. I know a lot of people love her, but I just am not. It's just her writing style just doesn't jive for me. So I don't foresee myself picking up another one of her books this coming year, potentially not in the future at all. We'll see. We don't know. We don't know what the future holds. So, the 5th question is something new you want to read, genre or trope wise. So I feel like I read quite a large like variety of like genres as well as tropes. So I couldn't think of anything that I haven't read that I wanted to read. So I'm not like, my answer is not going to be anything like necessarily new per se, but I'm going to really try to read more diverse reads. So from like diverse authors with diverse like characters. So I'm really just trying to get more diversity with the authors as well as the characters in the book. So I think that's going to be my goal for this year going forward. The next question is, so this is question 6, a popular book you want to read this year. And I picked Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. So this is the 3rd book in a series. Romance don't have series per se, but like this series, if you will, have like each book has characters that are like from each book. And I read the first 2 in the series and absolutely loved them. So I want to get to this book this year because I just adored the other 2 books in this series. And I really, really love Abby Jimenez's like writing style. So this is going to be my popular book that I want to read this year. Okay, let me actually take a little drink. So, what is my most anticipated 2025 book release? Well, I already got that, and that was Onyx Storm, which I have read. I personally loved this book. I know that there's mixed feelings towards this book. I think every criticism that I've seen so far, I feel like is very valid criticism of this book. But I just love it. I don't care. I just love it. I love this book. I ate this book up. I just could not put it down. It was such a good time for me. So this was my most anticipated release for this year, and it lived up to the anticipation for me personally. So yay, Onyx Storm. So question number 8 is a bookish goal for 2025. And one bookish goal that I have that I really am trying to focus on is reviewing more books. I feel like I did an okay job last year with Goodreads, and then I started working with Storygraph as well. And I think I did okay, but I really want to get a lot more reviews out there because I want to get my reviews to the point of being well thought out and well very well crafted. And I feel like the best way to do that is by reviewing more books. So I just want to really get into the habit of reviewing more books. And again, so far, I feel like I've done a decent job. I am doing better than I did last year. So we are winning so far in 2025. So the question number 9 is a book that's been on your TBR you probably won't ever read. And again, because girl can't pick just one thing, I wound up picking 2 books. The first one it's called A Dirty Business. And I did a blind date with a book. And for some reason, I decided to pick dark romance. And I'm just realizing I don't think I'm a dark romance girly. I just don't think that's for me. If you love dark romance, cool. Love that for you. It's just, I don't think it's for me personally. And I hate real people on the covers. It's like an ick for me. So when I opened this, I was like, no, absolutely not. So I don't foresee myself actually getting around to reading this. So that's just what it is. That's the first one. The next one is actually a very popular book, and that is Light Lurk. I was given this copy, a friend of mine gave me this copy, and I wasn't really sure if I was even necessarily interested in reading this in general. And I've talked to some people about this series, and the more I learn about it, the more I just don't think I'm gonna like it. I know it's YA, and it just sounds very immature, and the writing sounds like it's pretty bad. Again, I haven't read it, so that is taking the opinions of others, but I just don't know if I'm interested enough in this series to actually pick this up. But I haven't donated it yet, so who knows? Who knows? We don't know. So that is Light Lurk. The next question, we're on question number 10, is a series you want to read this year. So I didn't actually necessarily pick a series for this question. I'm actually using the Cosmere, which is the Brandon Sanderson world, as my answer. So one of my goals for 2025 was to read more Brandon Sanderson work because I really enjoy his writing. So I want to dive more into the Cosmere in general. His books are very thick, so I don't know how many of them I will realistically get through this year, because currently, again, I'm rereading like Mistborn Era 1 right now. So I'm curious to see how far I'm going to get through the Cosmere in 2025, because I'm going to try to be going in like the order, like you can find like orders to like read the books, and you don't have to read them in that order. I just like to have structure, if you will, since it's such a large, he has such a huge like list of books. I'm just using that as a way to like structure my way through the Cosmere. So the Cosmere is my goal for 2025. I know I'm not going to get through all of it because it's massively large, but we're going to get through what we can. We're going to get through what we can. So the next question is your auto-buy authors going into 2025. So this is another thing where it was like hard to kind of narrow my auto-buy authors down, because one, I feel like I'm still getting back into reading, that I don't feel like I've necessarily read a lot of books by one particular author. So I'd hate to say like auto-buy, because like, I don't know, we'll see. But I did select 5. One of those is Ali Hazelwood. I have read, I think, 3 of her books, and I adore her writing style. It just works for me. I know it's a little cheesy. I know it's a little goofy, but I just like it. It's a good time. Like, Ali Hazelwood books are just a good time for me. Abby Jimenez. I've, again, read 2 of her books so far, and I am obsessed with her writing style. Like, obsessed with her writing style. Like, as of right now, she can do no wrong. And I love her. Thank you for being fantastic. The next one is Danielle L. Jensen, which I've read most of the Bridge Kingdom series. And then I've also started the new series that she has going on right now, which Fate Inked in Blood. And I really enjoyed that. So I really like her writing style. So I think that she's probably gonna be an auto-buy author for me going forward. Another one is, I'm so sorry if I mispronounced their name. I did look it up, but let's be honest here. We can still be botching things. And that is Shira J. Zhao. I'm so sorry. They, them pronouns. They are the author of the Iron Widow duology. And I loved Iron Widow. I am actually supposed to be reading Heavenly Tyrant this month. And if Heavenly Tyrant is anything like Iron Widow, it's gonna be a wrap for me. And they will be an auto-buy author for me, like, going forward. And then the last author I put on this list with a maybe question mark is Sarah J. Maas, which everybody knows I'm a big fan. But after Crescent City 3, I question how enjoyable her books are going to be, because I felt like that was so lazy. And so I'm like, right now she's an auto-buy author, but if we get another Crescent City 3 situation, she might be losing that spot, because that Crescent City 3 was, she was rough. She was rough. But anyways, I digress on that. So we're on to question number 12, which a book to show adaptation you're excited about this year. And I do not have any. I'm not somebody that, typically speaking, enjoys like movie and show adaptations of books, because I feel like there's usually so many misses for me personally. I also am not a huge TV movie watcher in general, so it's not something that I get overly hyped about to begin with, like, because I'm just not somebody that sits down and watches a lot of TV. And then again, I feel like a lot of the adaptations I've seen in the past have just fell really flat for me personally. So I don't have any that I'm personally excited about. That's just what it is. So we are on to question 13, and a sequel you're anticipating, and that is actually A Cursed Carved in Bone, and that is by Daniel L. Jensen, and that is the second in the duology, and the first one is A Fate Inked in Blood. I don't remember what the duology is called off the top of my head, but I really enjoyed the first one, so I'm really looking forward to the second one when that winds up coming out. I'm just really excited about the story. I hope it's a great time. So we are on to question 14, and Bookish things you're leaving in 2024. So I have a couple of things that I'm leaving in 2024. For the most part, I'm going to be leaving the concept of buying bookish items. I'm trying to get away from just buying stuff to have stuff, because I have stuff. I don't need no more stuff. And I feel like, how many bookish items does one truly need? So I'm just kind of getting away from that in general. There might be a thing or two that might pop up from time to time, but as a whole, I'm just getting away from like just consuming like the book items. Another thing I'm going to be getting away from is blind date with a book. I think I did 4 or 5 blind date with a book last year, and I just was underwhelmed with that experience. It was fun, it was exciting, but I was just kind of like, like I'm just personally good on the concept. I'd rather select like the books that I want to read personally. If you love blind date with a book, hope you're having a great time with those, but it's not for me. And that kind of plays into also my next thing I'm leaving in 2024 is I'm still evaluating this, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to pull the trigger on this, and that is special edition books. I think I'm going to wind up canceling all of my special edition book subscriptions. I enjoyed having them last year. It was a good time. I liked unboxing them. I liked unboxing them with you. But I feel like I haven't necessarily been in love with all of the books that I've received. I've read a handful of them now, I think. And like, I've liked a couple, but there's just been kind of like a lot of like duds for me. So I don't want to spend a lot of money, because special edition books are expensive, for books that I don't actually legitimately enjoy, and you don't know what you're getting in special edition boxes. So I'm just kind of like, I really want more control over the like books that I'm purchasing personally. So that's why I think I'm probably going to be just cutting off special edition books. Will I pick up something from like, like Barnes and Noble? They had like this particular book had a special edition run in like the first wave of them. Yeah, I might pick up one of those, but I think I'm going to start going out of my way for special editions, which I'm probably going to be doing a whole video on special edition books like in the near future. So look out for that, because I got some more things to say. So those are some of the bookish things I'm leaving in 2024. So question number 15 is what to expect from this account going into 2025. Part of that is going to be switching gears. I want to, again, get away from like some special edition books. I really want to try to create like more meaningful content for me personally. I really want to discuss like things that are happening in the book community, things that I see going on, having just like some like conversation around the book community. I really want to start doing a lot more like secondhand books, thrift like thrift shopping, or like using the library more. So really just going to be shifting gears away from like the consumerism side of books in general. Again, that's not going to say that I'm never going to buy another new book. That's not realistic, especially if there's like a new release that I'm excited about. But I'm just trying to switch gears a little bit on my focus in general. Still trying to figure that out as I go along. So we're gonna find this all out together. Welcome for the ride. Question number 16 is, how has your reading taste evolved from last year? I really feel like I have a better understanding of my taste in books because I've been reading so many different types of books, different genres, different types of tropes, different types of authors, and I feel like I'm really starting to get a good grasp on like things that I like and things that I don't like. So I feel like I can better kind of like pinpoint, like, I think I'll like this or I don't think I'll like this. And I can really kind of like select books a lot better now than I could last year. So yeah, just a better understanding of what I actually like. So we have question number 17. And this is Booktube creators who inspire you. I am going to link all of their pages below if you're interested in checking any of them out. The first one is Kalila D. Love her. Obsessed with her. I've been following her for at least a year now. I watch all of her videos. I think she's so funny. I love her reviews on things. I feel like we don't see eye to eye on every single book, but I feel like we have similar-ish taste overall in a lot of books. Another creator that I really like is Meg Reads. She's a smaller creator, but I just really enjoy her approach to her videos. I feel like she's very positive. I just like her interactions with her audience. I love the books that she recommends to people. She's probably out of because I have 3 on here that I'm going to be highlighting. Her and I probably have the least in common book taste because she does a lot of like middle grade books and I'm not really into middle grade books, but she also does a lot of romance books, which I love a lot of romance books. We love some romance, but I just really enjoy her videos. I just enjoy her energy. I just enjoy what she brings to the table every time I see one of her videos. And the third account that I really love and third creator that I really love is the Book Leo. I've gotten so many excellent recommendations from her videos. Again, I love her energy. I love her reviews on books. She's another one where her and I have somewhat similar taste in books and how we like view books. We have, I would say, like butting heads on a couple of our opinions, if you will. Like there's certain like authors that she loves that I'm like, not for me. But I really just enjoy, again, like the vibe of her videos and like just what she brings to the table. So if you want to check out some other book accounts, those 3 are ones that I watch. I probably watch almost every single video that they post because I just thoroughly enjoy the content that they create. And last but not least, question number 18 is something you want to say to anyone wanting to start a Bookish account. So I have, obviously, the Booktube, and then I also have a Bookstagram. And I will be coming up on my year mark for both of those accounts in March. And honestly, one, if you want to do it, just do it. Just rip it off like a Band-Aid. You don't have to be good. Trust me, if you go back and watch some of my first videos or see some of my first posts on my Instagram, I didn't know how to edit a reel on Instagram when I started my Bookstagram account. And girl was like, I'm just delusional. I'm gonna go create a book account. I don't know what I'm doing, but we're doing it. It's been a fun time. I've learned a lot. So just do it. Just rip it off like a Band-Aid. Even if your first like handful of like pieces of content might be a little shaky, you're gonna learn and it's gonna get better. Or you might be creating banger content out the gate, and that's fine too. Great for you. I did not create banger content out of the gate. It was some ruffian content, but again, improvements. Post what you want. Don't worry about like, oh, I have to post this or I have to post that, or, you know, anything like that. Like, post what brings you joy. Post things that you like, because the people, like, your people will find you. Your people will find you. So do you. Post what you love and your people will find you. This is one thing I'm really bad about. Don't compare yourself to others. Every account's different. Every account's going to cater to a different audience of people. So just because one person got, you know, 1.5 billion likes or views or whatever on whatever content they're putting out, and you might not be having that kind of luck, it will come in time. Your people will find you and you will find your people. So don't compare yourself to others. Content creating in social media is a wild, wild place. There is no playbook. There is no, like, I don't care what anybody says. Like, all of these, like, creators on here, like, this is how you are gonna beat the algorithm. There's no playbook. There's none. Like, just to let you know, make good, high-quality content that you are passionate about, and you will find your people, and your people will find you. And ultimately, have fun. If you're not enjoying doing the content creation, then don't do it. So like last year, I got to the point, because I was really trying to post something on Instagram every single day, and I was trying to, you know, meet all of these benchmarks, and I was burning myself out. I couldn't do it. I have a full-time job. Like, this is not my job. I'm not making money doing any of this. Like, this is just a hobby that I enjoy doing. Don't burn yourself out trying to beat the algorithm or trying to do all of the things that people say to, you know, get your content out there. Have fun. Just have fun with it. Just have a good time. Make it a hobby. Like, if you go in going, oh, I have to, like, make money off of this, you're gonna potentially really struggle. Maybe not. But honestly, just have fun with it. You'll find your people and they'll find you. That's gonna be like the phrase, you'll find your people, they'll find you. So, sorry, I know. You probably, what is wrong with her? It's fine. It's fine. But that was the last question. I hope that you enjoyed the content. I hope you got to know a little bit more about me, this account. Hope that, you know, maybe the direction of where this account's going sounds like something that you want to stick around for. And I hope that you do stick around. Hope you hit that subscribe button, and I see you in the next video. Thank you for watching my content. Thank you for any interactions that you have with it. Hope to see you next time. Love you. Have a safe and great week or weekend. Love you guys. Bye.